girls who are exactly alike.
Girls are as different as people can be, naturally.
I don't remember the first time I looked in the mirror. I don't know how fast I forgot. Maybe that's why I keep looking. Do I keep looking for myself or for others? Will I ever be happy with what I see staring back at me? I don't think about my childhood that often. I guess I'm too busy with life's day-to-day challenges. Or maybe it's just too sad. Whenever I do think back to myself as a child, the differences are so profound. I know we are all obviously very different as adults than we are as children, but it's more than that. When I think back to my memories of myself as a child, there was such a happiness and confidence that I so tremendously lack now. Did I naturally grow out of it? Or was it taken from me? Did I forget just as easily as I forget my reflection? I don't remember the first time I realized I hated how I looked. When I realized all the problems and all the things wrong with me, all the things I needed to change. I definitely believe my early introduction to media was a significant culprit though. I remember being obsessed with Hannah Montana, the old Disney series, as a kid. I wanted to look like Hannah, the skinny blonde singer. I first saw Hannah Montana when I was just 6. I am 21 and still in pursuit of becoming a skinny blonde. As my exploration and immersion in television and film expanded, I was still striving to achieve the appearance of the women I saw on screen. The women I admired, the women that didn't look like me. I don't blame my parents for exposing me to these shows from an early age though. I would have found out I wasn't pretty or skinny enough sooner or later. An article by Jessica Defino was published in October 2020 in Teen Vogue and included a definition of beauty standards as the individual qualifications women are expected to meet in order to embody the feminine beauty ideal and thus succeed personally and professionally. Expected to meet, thus succeed. What do these words even mean? Why are beauty standards so internalized into every aspect of our American society? Do we really believe this? Will we ever forget these standards and ideals? I don't know. But I don't think we will. I don't know if I even could. If I even can. You could type in a Google search bar, what are American beauty standards? But you don't have to. All you have to do is turn on your TV or scroll through Instagram. American society has conditioned women to believe that if they aren't light-skinned, skinny, and blonde with blue eyes, then something is wrong with them. Something needs to change. There is a claim that the actual qualifications of beauty standards change throughout the years, but women never seem to catch up. Never seem to be good enough.
Fiorina, I do want to ask you about this. In an interview last week in Rolling Stone magazine, Donald Trump said the following about you, quote, "Look at that face. Would anyone vote for that? Can you imagine that, the face of our next president?" Mr. Trump later said he was talking about your persona, not your appearance. Please feel free to respond what you think about his persona.
You know, it's interesting to me. Mr. Trump said that he heard Mr. Bush very clearly and what Mr. Bush said. I think women all over this country heard very clearly what Mr. Trump said.
What does this do to everyone who doesn't fit the standard? What does society gain by emphasizing an unrealistic and unachievable standard while making the rest of us feel worthless? Money? Power? Dominance? All of the above? Something does need to change, but it's not our bodies. It's our perception of ourselves. We are constantly being lied to. And to conform to these lies, we diet, we starve, we bleach, we wax, we shave, we tan, we Photoshop, we lie, we cry, and we die. We slowly kill ourselves and our bodies to fit within a certain standard. I don't remember when I began to realize the lies of the media. My mother had always told me to accept myself and love myself, and I heard her, but I never listened. In January 2020, my back was suddenly inflamed by excruciating pain. I didn't know what was going on. 11 months later, after countless doctor appointments, pills, and physical therapy sessions, I found out I had arthritis in some areas of my back, along with many other problems. I think during this experience, in the middle of the fear of losing my body, I began to realize how hard I had been on myself. While my body was struggling to do common tasks without pain, I realized how I didn't appreciate my body and all it does for me. I saw my body as legs that were too thick, arms that jiggled too much, skin that is not tan but too pale, ugly brown eyes, a nose in need of surgery, a stomach that needed shrinking, a back that wasn't good enough to show off in crop tops or bikinis. But then I began to see my body as legs that carried me everywhere I need to go, arms that I hug my family with, skin that separates me from my environment, the eyes I see the world through, a nose I use to smell my mother's delicious food, a stomach that protects my organs that I need to live, and a back that supports me. I realized my body was fragile, but also strong. But it wasn't meant to fit within some standard. It was meant to serve my purpose on this earth. It is a vessel chosen by God. Even after these realizations, I still struggle with body image every day. These struggles are exacerbated by social media. It can be difficult when every time you scroll through Instagram, you are reminded of how you're not good enough, skinny enough, or pretty enough. When these thoughts creep in my head, I find myself walking away from media. I don't entertain jealousy or covetousness, but I remember what a blessing it is to be healthy, to just be here. I remember I can't believe what I see. It's all false images, false personalities, false reflections. It was hard when I realized I'd never be good enough for this world. But then it felt like a relief. I realized I could only ever be just who I was. And why would I want to be good enough for a world that will pass away? I think back on all the years I spent hating myself and my body, hating the vessel I was trapped in. I wish I could go back and tell myself to never give in to the lies. And I hope my future self will always remember the lessons I'm learning.